Kelly and I have been close since we were small. It could be because our houses were right next to each other, so we would see each other all the time, play together, eat together, travel together, and on top of it all, we also go to the same school. And whenever there was a problem, we would always talk to each other. To say that we are best friends would be an understatement. The two of us have so many things that are similar that many people often say that we're kind of like sisters because of our likes and dislikes and our personalities. But if there's anything that makes us different, I guess the most obvious thing would be Kelly's body shape. We may be the same height, but the most noticeable feature would be the size of Kelly's chest. I think because we've been friends since we were kids, I never really noticed it. And plus, Kelly always covers herself in baggy clothing, no matter whether it's casual wear or even just our school uniforms. One day, during PE class, we all had to wear swimsuits that the school made for us. But that meant that now everyone, no matter if it's a man or a woman, would be staring at Kelly and her large chest. I mean, as soon as we got out of the locker room, they already started teasing and taunting her wherever she would go. On top of it all, even the teachers were getting in on it as well. I could see on her face that she was very uncomfortable. But because I don't want to point it out, I didn't ask her about it. It all started one day when we went to school as we normally do, and we stopped by the cafeteria to grab a quick bite before school started. Hey, nice watermelons! Where are you going, gorgeous? These were the words coming from the group of guys that are notoriously known for being the bad boys. Ugh, these guys are so awful, I thought to myself. Let's go, don't bother with them, I said to my friend, and then tried walking away from them. But before we could even pass, one of the boys quickly moved in front of us to block us. Hey, what's the rush? Did you not hear us calling you? I just wanted to say hello to your little friend there, he said to us, and then stared intently at Kelly's upper body. Just leave us alone. We just want to go to class. I grabbed her wrist and tried to rush her out of their circle. And then, in that moment, I couldn't believe what happened. Ah! She shrieked. I turned around and saw that one of the boys' hands were all over Kelly and her upper body. She was shaking and felt so spooked that she lost all color in her face. Stop grabbing my friend, I shouted at them, and then I grabbed a bowl of noodle next to me and threw it at them to get them away. Ah, my eyes, one of the boys cried. It was a disaster. The boys all scattered and started running in different directions. You think that just because your mom is the principal, that means that you can just do whatever you'd like? Leave my friend alone and don't ever do this again, or I swear your mother will hear about this. To be honest, I had a whole lot more to say to them. But in that moment, I completely lost my temper. And Kelly was actually the one between us that had her senses together, so she dragged us out of there before I could do anything else to them. And believe me, I would have made them regret what they did to her even more. When I got home, we talked about what happened. I wanted to go straight to the principal and let her know what's happened, so that way those guys will know that we are not to be messed with. No, it's okay, Kelly says. Wait, what? No, I just don't want to make a big deal out of this. Just let it go, okay? It's embarrassing. What? Are you kidding? This isn't something small, you know. Do you not see the gravity of their actions? You have to fight back sometimes too, you know. You're always being treated like that, but this time they crossed the line. You can't give in to them, or else one day you'd never know what's gonna happen. Enough! You don't know anything, okay? I despise myself that I was born like this. The way it makes people stare at me all the time, even if sometimes some women say that I should be happy with what I have and everything, but for me, it's not like that. People are always looking at me like they want to use me. They will never understand how messed up it feels to be looked at like that. And I'm not even including all the things they say to me. Even though usually they're not actually doing anything to me, but those looks, that's already bad enough. You don't understand. It's not easy for me at all to have to keep it all inside and just let it go like this. So stop telling me what to do because you just don't understand. When she was done, she stormed out of the room. I'm just trying to help you, I shouted back. If you're gonna be like this, don't talk to me ever again. All I wanted was for you to confront your problems and stop being so weak. I went home extremely annoyed. and I couldn't stop thinking about what just happened. I felt even more heartbroken than when breaking up with a boyfriend. I mean, since I've known her and been best friends with her, no matter what we argued about, it was never this big. So it wasn't strange at all that I felt this bad. I reflected on what I had said to her, all those nasty things I said. But all I wanted was just to protect her and show her that she has to learn to deal with her issues. I tossed and turned in bed for a while, feeling so sad that we hadn't spoken, and cleared the air. But eventually, I fell asleep. My message tone rang. I woke up feeling drowsy, wondering who could be writing me at 2 a.m. My screen said, "New message from Kelly, my bestie." Why does everyone treat me this way? Even the people that I love the most. If I could choose, I would never choose to be like this. I don't want to live anymore. I'm sorry. I couldn't believe what I just read, and I didn't know what to do. When I realized what was happening, I called back immediately, but it was a while before someone answered. Hello? Hello? Kelly? What's going on? What does your message mean? Help! Help! Kelly took a lot of medicine and she's passed out on the floor. It was Kelly's mom. Mom, please try to remain calm, okay? Tell me what happened. Kelly's mom explained that she kept hearing Kelly's phone ring, so she just came in to see what was going on and found Kelly on the floor. It was me that was calling her, so she quickly answered. I didn't wait another second. I hung up and I ran to my parents to quickly pick her up and take her to the hospital. After it all happened, I explained everything to our parents, including what happened and showing them the message she sent me. But when I discovered her deepest, darkest secret, it made me sick to my stomach. It was about the first sentence she had put in the message she sent me. Why does everyone treat me this way? Even the people I love most. But what I didn't know was that the person she meant in this sentence was her father. When she was only a child, her father did things, and she had to keep it a secret for so long because she didn't want her mother to hear about it and cause a commotion. When she found out, her mother's heart broke into a million pieces. As for me, the person who accused her of being weak and not dealing with her issues, I realized that she had been dealing with them all along and all alone. It must have been so tough for her. I just felt awful. Now that the worst has happened, we had to involve the authorities. When she found out, Kelly's mom called the police immediately to arrest her dad right away. Her mother was so upset that her father would dare do something like this to his own daughter. And do you know what his excuse was? It was that he was drunk. Drunk? What kind of excuse is that? He teared up with fear of being thrown in jail. But what he's gonna face will be much more severe than he can even imagine. He will always be the one who did this to his own daughter, and no one will let him get away with it. He will never see his family again, and what's most important is that he will never hear the word father ever again. Kelly's mother, on the other hand, kept blaming herself. She apologized again and again, but she was so busy working to provide the best future for her daughter that she didn't pay attention to what was actually going on in her life. But she knows now that trying every way to find money isn't as important as spending time with her own child. Once everything calmed down, Kelly got out of the hospital and would go see a doctor regularly. It will probably still be a while before she's better. Kelly and her mom are planning to move overseas to start a new life and forget everything that's happened in the past. Before she left, we had a chance to talk everything out. We both apologized to each other, but she also told me she agreed with me. She said that what I said was actually right. We do have to protect ourselves because we are the most likely target, whether it's from demeaning stares or grabbing. No matter what gender you are or how your body looks, no one should ever be treated that way. Kelly told me she promises to love herself more, and she thanked me and our friendship that helped her get better. This story is a lesson to remind you that if you have ever encountered a situation like this, please tell an adult. To carry this all alone is not the solution, and issues like this are not something you can fix all on your own. And don't blame yourself, no matter how you were born or what you look like, because the problem is never you. It's been a couple of years that this has happened. I still remember it like yesterday. If I had magic powers, I would wish that my friend would be the last person to ever go through something like this. But even if I don't have magic powers, at least what I have in my hands is the power to help people get justice and securely start their lives again.